Welcome to Atlanta, host city for the last Summer Olympic Games on United States soil. And the Georgia Tech Aquatic Center, home of swimming competition in those 1996 Olympics. Now over 1,000 swimmers have returned to Atlanta for the 2011 AT&T Winter National Championships. Along with Rowdy Gaines and Andrea Kramer, Ted Robinson, and we have a very entertaining session of swimming for you. It's brought together most of the premier swimmers, both in the United States and a very strong international representation. And we start right away, Rowdy, with the women's 200 IM. And you look at that field and think of the depth the United States has in this event.
And what a field it is, Ted. 7 of the 9 Americans in this race were on the World Championship team this past summer. So yes, this is a very strong team led by Katie Hoff right there, already swimming so well. And just think, she's not even in the top 10 in the world. There's 3 Americans in the top 10 in the world. You got another 3 or 4 that have that capability. This is going to be a tough event to make the Olympic team in next summer for the United States.
About this, yeah, here's the defending national champion from the summer. Elizabeth Beisel won this event in Palo Alto in August. Katie Hoff was second. Also in this field, Julia Smith. So 3 women in this field here have won national championships in this 200 IM, and the best American isn't even here. Ariana Kuchar's not participating.
That's right, the world record holder's not even here. So yes, this is an incredible field. You're looking back at Beisel again. She's world champion, don't forget, in the 400 IM. So this is coming down for her a little bit, but still very, very strong. And this is a great event to start these nationals off with.
And also notable, for the first time in 12 years, the Winter National Championships being contested on the long course, the Olympic distance. That's also helped entice not just the great American field, but swimmers from over 25 countries have come here rather than the traditional short course version for the Winter Nationals.
This is going to be sort of a pinball race to watch, because you could see the lead change hands so many times. I look for Pelton, the speedster, and flying back. She had a great first 100. She should be going out fast here. Now remember, this is 10 lanes, Ted. Normally we like to watch the 8 lanes, so our concentration is always on lane 4. It should be on lane 5. That's the top qualifier, Elizabeth Pelton. Fly back is so good for Pelton. She should be in the lead at the 100. The third 50 could be her death knell, though. That's where she will start to fall back to the field. 33.1, she went in the prelims on her 50 breaststroke. On her 50 back, rather, here on this 50, looking very smooth. Remember, she was on the World Championship team in the 50 and the 100 back, and also has a great 200 back.
Here comes Elizabeth Pelton at the 100 turn. Kathleen Hersey second. Caitlin Leverett, another swimmer we didn't mention. She was the second swimmer in Shanghai this summer. She was second with Ariana Kuchar's as the U.S. representatives in this race.
And she looks like she's completely out of it, but here she comes. The best breaststroker in the bunch, had the best split in the prelims, so fast, so quick on that breaststroke. Really solid, very patient. She was not frustrated at all with Pelton going out that first 100. Kind of put the blinders on that first 100. That's real important to do, as long as you didn't let her get away. And she didn't, and she's having a good swim right now.
Well, there it is, Rowdy, you called it. She overtakes Pelton. Julia Smith up into third as we come in to the final 50, the freestyle.
Both these swimmers are swimming very well. 2:11.2, Ted, is the 10th fastest swim in the world this year. It would be great for Pelton to squeeze in there in the top 10. Leverett is already 6th in the world, so here comes Pelton. She has a good last 50.
Leverett's hanging on. Can she hold off Pelton? Coming to the wall, it looks like she will. And it'll be Caitlin Leverett to add her name to the roll of national champions. Elizabeth Pelton in frustration. You see her smacking at the water. That's how close she was. But Caitlin Leverett, and look at the joy on her face. That is the 4th fastest time in the world this year. 2:09.39. And it's a second faster than her previous best.
Wow, and Pelton did such a tremendous job in getting second, which cracks the top 10 in the world. Now you have 4 Americans. This is back to breast right here. You can see Leverett's never panicking, kind of give a little bit of a sneak up to Pelton right there, and then this is where the pass comes right here. This is Leverett right there in lane number 4, and just starts to squeeze by her. She was about 3 seconds faster here at the 150 than she was in the prelims, and then coming home, her freestyle starts to fall apart. Pelton is better on the freestyle, no question about it, but Leverins did such a tremendous job that first 150 meters, and boy, she hung on for dear life the last 5 meters. So what a great swim for these two Americans. Both of them top 10. Now you have 4 Americans in the top 10 in the world.
And Caitlin Leverins, who's been so close, now wins her first national championship at the 200 IM. Elizabeth Pelton, who just celebrated her 18th birthday last week, also swims a personal best for second, and Julia Smith is third. Well, it's time to hear from a very happy Caitlin Leverins. Andrea?
Thank you very much, Chad. A lifetime best for Caitlin Leverins in the 200 IM. What enabled you to take over on the breaststroke leg?
I think breaststroke's always been my strongest leg, so honestly, I was so surprised by the time and going into the race. We're not really rested for it. I put a suit on for the first time this season, and I think a lot of this time I've spent this season working on my backstroke and freestyle, and Elizabeth Pelton right next to me is one of the best backstrokers in the world. So I was like, just hang with her, and then breaststroke's like my thing. So I just was like, all right, let's go.
You were 5th in this event in Shanghai this past summer. What enabled you to increase your time the way you have?
I think it was pretty obvious if anyone looks at my splits. It's, I had the fastest breaststroke split in the world, but out of the whole field, I had by far the slowest backstroke and freestyle. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out what I needed to work on, and I think I've done a really good job this season, and I'm going to keep working on just really attacking the backstroke. And I think if I'm with people or close to them at the back to breast turn, then I know I got the breaststroke. So that's really what I've been working on.
Great performance. Thanks very much, Caitlin.
Thank you so much.
Yes.